The other day, I got a text saying that we gotta move out of our place by the end of the month. At first, I was like, that kind of sucks, but then I was like, I'm kind of tired of living in this basement suite. It's not that sweet, and it's kind of dark. I sent out 45 emails to 45 apartments, and today we're gonna look at the 7 that I toured, and I'm also gonna tell you guys which one I went with in the end, because we got one. And we got a good one. And by the way, I'm moving with a roommate. I could not afford a $2,500 place or something like that by myself. So our budget together was like between $2,100 to $2,600. That's where we're looking for a place. And now we look at apartments. The first place we looked at was in Kitsilano / Point Grey. By the way, I'll have this map for all the places so you can see where I'm talking about. This place was $2,500 a month, and I was super excited for it because it's a laneway house. And if you guys don't know what a laneway house is, I mean, you're seeing it now. It's pretty much like a mini house on the property of someone's house. Like nicely built. It looks great. So they built like another mini house for the purpose of usually like renting out to people like me. And I've always wanted to live in one of these because like you have your own house. Like there's no one above you or below you. You know, you can play music a little louder, like stuff like that. But the problem with them is like the city only lets you build them so big. So usually they're pretty small, like 500 or 600 square feet. Washer and dryer inside. It had a dishwasher, 2 bed, 1 bath. But you'll see when we get upstairs, like one of the bedrooms, like I was saying, these laneway houses are usually pretty small, and one of the bedrooms could like only fit a single bed. That's kind of a problem because I mean this desk is like the size of a single bed, what this takes up, and we both work from home, so that just like wouldn't work. It was new, no one had ever lived in it before. It had, you know, there was a balcony, like it was pretty sweet, and the location was pretty quiet and nice, like a neighborhood type area. This place came with everything. It was just a little bit too small. I think it was like 600 square feet in the end. We didn't end up submitting an application for this place because it was just too small, like one of the bedrooms, right? And this is footage of me trying to show how wide the room was. It was about like 6 feet wide, 6.5 feet wide. This place was super cool though. When I saw that bedroom, I was super sad because I was like, yo, this place is freaking tight. By the way, I'm not really talking about like tips and advice to find an apartment in this video, but I'll write a thick description below that has all my advice and tips for finding a place in Vancouver. So that's below. The second place we looked at was right beside False Creek, literally some of the best views in Vancouver, like living in Vancouver. It was 1,100 square feet, 2 bed, 1 bath again. And what you'll notice, I certainly noticed right away, the first thing was that everything is pink. The walls are pink. The ceiling is pink. And honestly, I'll show you a listing photo right now. I did not know anything was pink. Like, I like pink, but I don't want everything to be pink. Even the door, I just noticed, is pink. This place was outdated, but it was cool. For $2,600 a month, everything, like I said, everything is pink, but it was also like 3 floors. More like 2 floors with like 4 different staircases. You'll see what I mean. But the view is insane. Look at this view of the marina and a view of downtown. You can literally see all of downtown. Like that view is crazy. Also, these people really love mirrors. There's mirrors on the ceilings and the walls, which I wasn't a huge fan of. And since I'm making YouTube videos pretty often, like I don't think that's the aesthetic that I'm going for in my videos. You know, the pink walls and the pink ceiling and the mirrors walls and the mirror ceiling. Great location, super spacious. It had washer and dryer in unit. You could pay for parking, I think $50 a month extra. 2 balconies as well. This building is a little bit older, so it didn't have like any amenities, you know, like no gym, no pool, anything like that. The walls and the mirrors on the ceilings and walls also, it just wasn't for us. One of the reasons this place caught my attention was because one of the photos that was of the bathtub, and it looks like a bathtub time machine. You're probably seeing what I'm talking about, but I've never seen a shower bathtub like that. I still don't know what I was looking at. But one other cool thing about this place was that on the top floor, there was another door that goes out to the 6th floor. So we were on the 5th floor, so I could go out on the 5th floor or the 6th floor if you live there, which I don't know what reason you would need that, but it's kind of cool. Even the person that showed me the place said they have no idea what's going on. If it was all white, like 100% I would have applied for this place. Location slap though. Location slap. My dryer's going off. I won't have to deal with this loud ass dryer anymore, that's for sure. I really love making videos like these, but I wouldn't even be able to create them if I never learned the skills that I actually need to do it, which is where Skillshare comes in. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creators. It's a place to just get lost in creativity. I just finished taking a course from Andy J. Pizza, Find Your Style, exercises to unlock your creative identity, and it really helped me figure out what makes my content mine. I unveiled my own special sauce through taking this this course, you know? I really recommend that one. Skillshare's got classes on becoming a full-time creator, video storytelling, entrepreneurship, and a ton of other topics. It's a platform meant for learning, which means no ads and there's always new courses being added. Best of all, it's free. Well, for 1 month when you use my link below, because the first 1,000 subscribers of mine to use that link and join Skillshare get an entire month free. So start exploring that creativity today. And that is not a threat, but you should do it. Third place was also in Kitsilano. Yes, I like Kitsilano. That is kind of where I'm trying to stay, so that's where I looked. 700 square feet, 2 bed, 1 bath for $2,400 a month. By the way, this was on West 4th, and if you don't know Vancouver super well, West 4th and also West Broadway, which is like the 9th Street, they're both like where a lot of shops are along these two streets. I'll show you on the screen. Along these two streets, there's a lot of stores and shops and restaurants and stuff like that, and also a lot of cars drive through those streets, so it's kind of busy. This is the only place I saw when I still had my iPhone 10, so I don't have the wide angle camera, so it feels a little like smaller, but this place was pretty good size actually. There was a working fireplace. It had 2 balconies on each of the bedrooms and also walk-in closets on both bedrooms, plus like a second closet on both sides. I'm not gonna lie, the guy that was showing me the place, he opened up the door to the balcony and I was gonna walk out there and he like burped right in front of me, like while I was about to walk out, and I was like, I didn't say nothing, but I was like, I'm not gonna walk out now. Anyways, I was about to say that put a weird taste in my mouth, but that sounds disgusting. I just meant like it kind of put me off from the place. That's what I meant. I swear. I swear. It was nice. It was the cheapest one we looked at so far, and it also came with a parking spot, and it might have been my favorite at the time. We were also on the top floor of this building, so we had a skylight in the kitchen. The whole place was super bright. Like, I really like this place because the lighting was just super good. Location, again, on 4th, close to like tons of shops, also like right beside a park. If you want to be where stuff is going on in Kitsilano, either go to 4th or 9th, also known as Broadway. Next was an apartment that was around the South Canby neighborhood, which is not as close to the water or downtown as I want to be. By the way, yeah, someone was still living in this place because it just came up for rent, so that's why there's stuff in there still. It's on the 35th Street, which means it's 35 blocks away from downtown and the water, which was kind of far for me. And we went there to see a place that was 2,600, 2 bed, 1 bath, and when we got there they said that place had already rented, so they actually were showing us a place that we could rent for $2,800 a month, which was also 2 bed, 1 bath, and I think a little bit bigger. It had 1 really big master bedroom. As you can see, it's like pretty good space. Living room was a good size too, but the other bedroom was not that big. The guy living there actually used it as a storage unit at the time because he was just living there by himself, which means he was balling. $2,800 a month by yourself? Pfft. Respect. I actually think this guy was a streamer or a YouTuber or something. I'm not gonna show his face, obviously, because that's just weird. But yeah, he had a big setup and stuff. It had more storage in like one part of that apartment than my whole place right now. I have literally no storage, but it was bright. It was ground floor, which is not great. I kind of want to be higher. And this one actually had 2 bathrooms. I meant to say 2 before, but it was right beside a pond and there was like a little patio area. It was kind of nice. Obviously, it's hard to see a place when it's kind of like other people's stuff is in there. It's hard to imagine like you living there and your stuff being there, but I wanted to see this place because it had a gym and also a pool, which none of the other places had so far. But $2,800 was a bit expensive for being like so far away from where I want to be. I live in like Vancouver, like in the city, to have stuff like always going on and be close to the city. So if I'm gonna live around here, I want to be close to that. So we didn't end up applying for this one either. The 5th place we saw was $2,200 a month. It was the bottom floor of a like apartment complex building, and it was in the Fairview area, which is close to False Creek again. 800 square feet, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, and never lived in before either. It was a nice neighborhood, you know, it was nice and quiet, and if I came there, it wouldn't be quiet anymore, so I had to think about that. This one was just renovated. No one had lived in this unit yet. One of the things I first noticed was that, you know, it's like a long unit, not wide. So pretty much like the living room gets a lot of light from this side of the apartment, and the bedrooms are kind of like against another building at the back of the place, which doesn't really work because I need a lot of light making YouTube videos. This place was a good size and the bedrooms were both a good size as well. But one thing to mention is that parking came with the place, but laundry did not. So there was no washer and dryer in the unit. And so to wash your clothes, it was $2, and to dry them, it was also $2. And there was only 2 dryers and 2 washers for the whole building. And so I don't know if people would have to wait or not, but this was the only place I looked at that did not have a washer and dryer in unit. I told all the property owners I was recording a video to show my roommate, but I didn't tell them that I was also recording for you guys. You better appreciate that. It also had a small little outdoor front area space, like where you could put some chairs or a table. And it also had the same thing in the back, but it was like right against the fence and another building, and honestly, I don't even think I'd use the space. Last thing, this place was right across the street, pretty much like a block away from a bubble tea place, and I was gonna go there, but then I was gonna be late, so I ended up being late. It was pretty good. Place number 6 was a 3-bedroom place, and we decided, me and my roommate, that we would look at like one 3-bedroom place just because then one of us could have an office, or we could both use that as an office. But if you have 3 bedrooms, you know, the places are either gonna be more expensive or just not as nice. This one was also in Kitsilano, and so we took a look at this one, just decided to go take a look at it. And this place was $25.50 a month, so like honestly, if we were gonna pay that, just the 2 of us, almost $1,300 each, I'm hoping we could get like a nicer place. So I don't know how I felt about this place. 1,000 square feet, 3-bed, 1 bathroom, washer and dryer in the unit, and it came with street parking. There was room for a living room and like a dining room. It was pretty good size, and all the bedrooms were pretty good size too. And I went to take a look at one of the bedrooms, and the door was locked because I guess one of the people was still in there. So these people were still moving out, but I'm glad he just locked the door and I didn't just walk in filming him like, yo, what up? I wanted to go see this place because it also shows like you guys, if you wanted to move here with some friends, like what you could get. Because if you got this place with 3 roommates or like 3 people, then that makes your rent like $850 a month if you had 3 people, and that's pretty cheap. And this is a video of me exploring the neighborhood and blinding myself looking into the sun. The 7th place we looked at was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment, and it was 1,000 square feet. It had pretty much everything that like came with it. Like it had washer and dryer, dishwasher, parking with no extra fee, and it was a 2-bathroom, which that is very cool. It had a big open living room, and since there was no one like living in here, I could actually see myself like imagining where I was gonna put stuff right away. And this place was $2,100 a month, which means it's the cheapest place out of every single one we looked at. If you've seen my other apartment tours, you know that this place I'm in now, the basement suite, is $2,200 a month. The new place is even cheaper than this place, and this is a basement suite. But I saw a lot of potential in this place, especially that living room. Just standing in there, I was already picturing like where I could put stuff and just like design it already. And I think that just proved to myself I really like that place. And definitely the primary bedroom was a lot bigger than the secondary one, but you could still fit probably a bed, maybe a desk in there, not sure about the desk. And the master bedroom has its own balcony, which was pretty cool, bathroom like I said, and also a walk-in closet. A little bit dated, but nothing that would bother me. It's all still white and it doesn't look like bad. But when I saw that living room, my design senses were tingling. What can I say? At the end of it all, after looking at all 7 places, I'd love to hear what you guys thought was the best one or like the worst one, I guess. Hopefully it's not the one I chose, because like, watch your mouth, dude. Yeah, at the end of the day, we went with apartment number 7 because honestly, that was the cheapest one. Though that's not why we chose it, but that was one of the bonuses because that was my favorite place, even if it was more expensive. And that's why I didn't show the exact location of that one, because I don't know, I don't want you guys to know exactly where I live. Someone told me they were on my street the other day and they were looking for me. And I don't know if that meant they were here to look for me or they were here so they're looking for me. Either way, I didn't love it. Don't worry, I'm still gonna be in the Kitsilano area, so I'm not moving too far, to be honest. Which means if you see me, you better say hi. And that's it for this one, so I will see you guys next week with another pretty good video.